Welcome to Travel Safety Tuesday. Today we're going to be talking about securing your doors. So once a week on Tuesday, I just do a little 3 to 5 minute video clip to talk about our personal travel safety so we could stay safe and confident out on the road. I see people joining. Hey Ryan, hey Lisa, thanks for joining in. And as I think you know, but I am a certified ESD coach. That is empowerment self-defense training. And it's basically a martial arts based empowerment training regimen to help us, like I said, de-escalate, avoid, de-escalate, survive, and heal from assault. And there are 5 main principles of ESD, and that's think, yell, run, fight, and tell. And so today we're going to talk a little bit more about think. We talked about think last week about situational and self-awareness. And then today we're going to talk about situational awareness again, about just making sure our surroundings are safe. And I thought I would talk about our door because as nomads and travelers, a lot of us are changing, Airbnbs and hotels all the time. I know I'm a particularly fast traveler, fast and far. And so, I'm in new places, probably 20 to 25, a long time, a lot during a year. And so this is just one of the things that I do to make sure I'm safe. So first of all, when I make a reservation for a hotel room or Airbnb, particularly for a hotel room, I do ask, in the comment section, do you have a request? I actually put in that I not be on the ground floor. So I want to be on an elevated floor and not the ground floor. That just helps lessen the chance of a break-in. Also, one of the things I do is I always lock the door. So as soon as I come in the door, I lock it. Most of the times there's a deadbolt. If you're in a hotel, always lock that. If you're in an Airbnb, that's not always the case, right? And so I lock it from the inside, though, as soon as I go in. Also, I make sure I lock the door, even if I just go out just for a second, even if I just go to dump the trash down the hall, or if I go and answer a door, or if I go get ice or something like that from the ice machine, I always lock the door. So I never leave the door unlocked if I'm in the apartment or the hotel room or the Airbnb, or if I leave outside, the door is always, always locked. Now, sometimes there isn't always that deadbolt, like I said, if in Airbnbs. And so what I do is I carry this with me. It's a little doorstop. It's a little dirty because I actually use it. And I like it because it's nice and lightweight. I live out of a carry-on, like a lot of you do as well. And I just put it right into the door. So if the door is going to open up on the inside, then we'll for sure it just adds a little bit of safety, makes it that much harder to get in. So again, shut the door, lock the door, use the deadbolt. If there's no deadbolt, I definitely use the doorstop. Now, doorstops don't always work because sometimes there's a little step and sometimes they open out and not in and that type of thing. In that case, I actually create a barrier in front of the door. So I don't build a wall or anything like that, but I definitely put a chair there. A lot of times too, I'll just wheel my suitcase in front of the door. And what I'm doing there is I'm just creating a little bit of a barrier. So if somebody comes in at night in particular, they're going to knock it over and that's going to wake me up. And so I think that's really important. So a couple of tips for us, just to be aware and make sure our surroundings are safe. Lock the door, always lock the door, both from the inside and from the outside. Use the deadbolt, no deadbolt. Use the doorstop, no doorstop, create a little bit of a barrier. And I actually do this every time I go in a new place. And one of the reasons I'll do this, I like to always kind of share an experience. And it's when I was traveling on the Nomad train last year in Central Asia. There was a group of maybe 18 of us and my friends, a married couple, Dina and Tamin. We were all checking in together in a hotel and I got my key card and I went up. I had my own room and I just went in and unfortunately it was their room. So reception had given me a duplicate room and a key card. So I walked in on him and luckily nothing was going on. I think he was in the bathroom. She was doing some yoga stretching on the floor or whatever. We kind of laughed about it and went down, but it's really easy to make a mistake like that sometimes, especially if you're traveling in out of the way places that are a little bit newer to those types of key cards. Or also something so like a little nefarious if somebody within working in the hotel obviously has access to your room as well. So again, really, really important just to lock that door and just to make sure that we're safe so we could get good night's sleep and we can relax because that is our home as we travel. So that's about it today. I actually have a post that I wrote, I don't know, a few months ago, maybe 6 months ago, that's about how I stay safe in Airbnbs and hotels. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in the comment section. So if you're looking for a few more tips, I think there's 7 tips and I'll go ahead and give that a read. And write in, let me know if you've ever had an experience and how you solve it if you travel on the road and what you do to secure your space. I'm really interested to know. And it's always great for us to share tips as we're out traveling around. And with that, you guys, I will see you on the road. I hope you stay safe and confident, and I'll see you out there. Bye.